Simon was walking through the park and he saw someone he was about to cross. He felt like he had to say something, unsure whether to say "how are you" or "hi." The words sort of merged together and he came out with "how." Simon then walked away with the comfort of knowing he would never see that person again. Later on the walk, Simon saw the bench he was going for and his girlfriend Margot waiting there. Margot made some unwanted eye contact with him. He began to feel very uncomfortable. With no other option, Simon had to have his head down, typing in numbers to the calculator in order to fill the time. Simon finally sat down at the bench with Margot just as she stood up to give him a hug. And before they could start a conversation, Simon said, I think we should break up. He knew she would be angry, but he didn't care. It wasn't important to him. As he was spacing out, she started saying something that he needed to hear, that he wasn't able to. All that mattered to him now was to get out of there as soon as possible. What a horrible person. But without looking back or letting her speak, Simon left as if she didn't need to exist to him anymore, and he didn't think anything more of it. As he was walking back, he saw someone on the phone. Simon recognized her as his friend Susan and gave her a friendly wave. "Susan!" he shouted. It wasn't Susan at all. He had just waved at a random stranger. And it wasn't a random stranger. It was the woman from earlier. The one he thought he would never see again. Simon began to think of how stupid he must look right now. He was such a strange person. What was wrong with him? Why didn't he care about Margot the way he did about this situation? What a horrible person. Simon was now standing against the wall, unsure what to do with himself. He frantically looked around, noticing more and more small details in his environment. It was all too much for him. The air was too cold for him, yet his hands were clammy and warm. He hadn't done any exercise, but his heart was thumping into his chest. This confusion forced Simon to focus on everything intensely. The sweat between his palms, the breeze on his face. He even looked to his side and caught someone's eye. She was probably wondering what was wrong with him. What a weird, nobody liked him. He didn't strange. What a body, such a cow. Who even was he? What a stupid idiot. He meant nothing to anyone. And finally, not even Margot.